All right, what's going on, guys? It is looking like a good day in the market. So we kind of broke out of all that choppiness, and we've been trading the ES since yesterday. And wow, oh my gosh, this thing is so much easier to trade than the NQ. I don't know what I was doing. This thing has way like less movement, but a lot more volume. Um, so you can see like there's all these sellers and buyers stacked up here, so we've just been taking scalps of this thing, and two contracts moving in one tick in our favor, whether we're going up or down. Um, two contracts is worth $25 because each contract here is worth $12.50. So for every tick value, I should say. So, wow, what was I doing? Trade the NQ. This is way simpler, way easier. Than the profit is not necessarily as crazy, because like in the NQ, like I said, I had some days where I made 4K in a day, but at the same time, this is way more predictable, and that's what we want. Predictability is far better. And besides, I mean, like, wow, look at that big red candle. Pulling in, 200 to $500 a day, I think is more than enough. So with a big red candle like that, I'm not going to jump in. Probably going to have a lot of shorts covering here, but so we may get a big green candle up. So, and the channel's been growing, by the way. The channel's been growing great. So we're at 96 subs, I want to say, but our watch time's getting up there. We're gaining a lot of ground in regards to that. So channel's going pretty good. Might remove that track. A little too much tempo for me. But yeah, man, channel's been going awesome, and we're only on our second week here, and we've grown quite a lot in our second week. Might drop this down to like the one tick that we were talking about, and might go short here. All right, that was a quick $25. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's just so fast and so easy and accurate because you're only having price movement in one direction. There's another 25 that puts us up $250 on the day. As you can see, we did a little bit of trading right before the stream started, maybe 15, 20 minutes before. So, and then we got the FOMC meeting happening today. We got the Fed meeting. So, there's talk of that they're going to raise interest rates again. We'll have to see what that does to the market. Like I've said before, I honestly think that the market does need pullbacks. I think that the market absolutely needs to go down. I think that the housing market needs to crash. I think that by crashing that housing market, or at least like kind of coasting it downward from these like insane highs, I think that we can bring housing affordability back into America. And I think that is a really big challenge for a ton of Americans right now. Okay, so we're up at 300 now on the day. This is so much easier. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I didn't do this, but I guess you don't know what you don't know. And but yeah, I think that the housing market needs to come down. I think that there's a huge opportunity there for our Fed and Biden and anybody else in the political spectrum to really gain a lot of favor with Americans if they were to make housing much more affordable. And I'm not talking like government subsidies as much as I'm talking about bringing the total market down to a place that actually where the market can bear new buyers and new demand. So that's personally what I think needs to happen. And I think that the only way to, well, not the only way, but one of the ways is to raise interest rates. And by doing that, I mean, like by pulling those things down, I think that you're actually giving Americans more access to affordable housing. Additionally, I think there's a lot more ways that we can fix the economy and make the economy really in a great position to continue to have a very very great, like smooth deleveraging of all of the finances that are going on right now. But I think that the biggest way that we could do that, um, aside from raising interest rates and stabilizing the housing market, would be to do something like creating a budget that they actually follow. But Congress hasn't followed a budget in years, so that seems pretty unlikely to me. Another 25, up at 325 on the day. Now up at 350 on the day. I love this. This is just one tick, slow and steady wins the battle, $25 at a time. It's going slow. Go slow to go fast. Okay, another 25. We're up at 375 on the day now. I'm not trading in my eval because I actually failed my eval yesterday, so I got to pay for another reset. Not happy about that. Absolutely, really pretty heartbroken about that. Yesterday we had a trade that actually went in the right direction, but it went against us for a very short period of time. And that one candle that it went against us really put us in a position to where our evaluation was teetering. Basically, we were at like if we lost $5 more, we would have failed. And I took another trade in the hopes that I'd be able to, bump it up a little bit, but basically I needed something that was ripping, and it dropped down that one tick, and I was out. So got to pay for a reset on that. Not too happy about that, as I can't imagine anybody would be, but these are them's the breaks. Okay, so we're up at 400 on the day. Man, this new system that I got going on, this is great. I'm loving this. All right, up at 425. Let me know if you guys want to see a class on this, but I mean, the reality is I think I could put this into one single video, this whole strat. So I meant to get in one tick lower. Gonna have to cut that. All right, so up 375. We lost $50 on that one. I was intending to get that entry one tick lower than we got into it, and ride up one more tick, but we didn't get that. The ES has been ripping for a lot of the day. I mean, look at this. Look how far away from VWAP we are. I don't think that we're necessarily extended, just because we keep coming up and testing these highs. And I've seen days like that happen this month quite a few times, and last month, where we come up, test the highs, get our pullback that we should get, and then come back up. But you can see right here that we bounced off the 50 here. We bounced off the 50 here. And if we pull back again, we'll have to see if we bounce off the 50 again. But been kind of running into resistance right in this area. But and we made highs twice in the last few minutes. Gonna bump this up to 4 ticks. Maybe 4 ticks is a little aggressive. Bump it to 3. Heck, maybe 3 is a little aggressive. Yep. Gotta flat that. All right. Lost 175 on that one. So now we're down at 225. Going to back off a little bit because we were up at 425. So taking a $200 loss in total does not does not bode well. If we allow for that sort of momentum to shift like that, we could end up on tilt. We don't want to do that. Patience is the name of the game. Hey, what's going on, Tiny? Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Wow, this is the first time I've seen you today. Or see you on any of my streams. Wow, that's so great. You'll get the next time around. Yeah, you got killed in your 2-step. Your 2-top step, sorry. Futures is really fast. I switched over the ES, and dude, Tiny, this strategy is crazy easy. If you watch, you'll see me do it a couple of times, but this strategy is crazy easy. My accuracy is like 95% on it. It's nuts, dude. I also I'm using a different evaluator than Top Step, but there's a lot of futures fundings programs out there, and they all kind of act the same. But I found one that I really like. Specifically, I love the customer service. I had an issue on a Sunday, and they just immediately responded to me that same day, and I was able to have a whole conversation where they actually resolved multiple issues all at once. It was really easy. But yeah, okay. So the ES is kind of pulling back. Let's see if it bounces off this 50 EMA again. It looks like it might. It looks like it wants to, and the TTM did kind of pull up, but it is getting a red on the TTM. So this could go either way. Our 9 and 12 are positioned in bearish, with the 26 above also in bearish movement. So let's go ahead and go short. There we go. That was a quick 25 bucks. And that's all I'm doing. I got this. I'm here on the ES. I'm trading 1 tick with 2 contracts, and that's worth 25 bucks. There's another 25 back, so we're up at 275. I was not doing this strategy in my evaluation. I only really thought about this strategy yesterday. And so because of that, I was already in that position in my evaluation. So I kind of discovered this because I was looking for something different in my evaluation, like a different approach to what I was doing. What I was doing was mostly working, but then I would, have like that one bad trade that would slam the whole thing down. Looks like we're getting that bounce off the 50 a little bit right here. I don't trust it yet, but I might take a quick long. I meant to get in 1 tick lower, but we still got it. So we're up at 300 on the day now. Trying to find a better way to manage this stream, but Tiny, I'm going through Elite Trader Funding. I don't know if I've made a quick link for it yet, but there is a link in the description for it. But what I really like about them is specifically there is this static drawdown one. You can earn up to 100K, or you earn 100K with this one, but there's no trailing drawdown on this one. It's just a static. So basically, if you lose 625 bucks, you're out. But and your profit target is 2K. You have to trade for 10 days. But what I like about this one, Tiny, is it's just flat. Like, this is your drawdown here. It never goes below this point, so it's just really easy to understand. And that's kind of it. It's a $625 max loss. I don't know why they have that 675 there. I think it's a typo, or this is actually based off a different one. So as you grow, your drawdown doesn't move up with it. So they do offer the other ones too. They have a one-step evaluation, so you don't have to do two separate steps for these guys. And if you hit the details here with these guys, their trailing drawdown, obviously it moves up with you, but they do one thing differently than I've seen a lot of the other funding programs do, which is this. So this trailing drawdown follows you until you hit a maximum. And that maximum is whatever your profit target is plus $100, and then it just stays there. So you can see you begin to pull away from that drawdown. So that's why I really like this one. And like I said, their customer service was awesome, and that's really, really important to me. I want to work with companies who I know that I can trust, in the sense that if I have an issue, they're going to help me. That was a quick 25 back. All right, so we're up at 325 on the day. I think we can go for, let's go for 3 ticks. Might be a little too aggressive with 3 ticks there. Let's see, man. Okay. All right, we're getting a cyan begin on the TTM, so this could go either way, but cyan is the indicator of bullish momentum. We did get that bounce again on the 50, like I was talking about, and it's done this. This is the third bounce off the 50, so this is showing a lot of buyer support down here at the bottom. I might do 2 ticks out. Oh no, come on. You can do it. We had the op to get out of that with profit up 50. I may have to cut it. I don't want to, though, because like I said, this TCM here is turning bullish, but we got to protect what we've done so far. I'm still experimenting with this strat. The 1 tick is clearly the safest. And I may just have to just focus on just being safe. Yeah, I'm going to flat that. Lost 75 on that. Back down at 250 on the day. Yeah, Tiny, if you do decide to look it up or check it out, please use my link in the description. Obviously, that stuff goes to help the channel. I do earn a small commission off of that, and that stuff appreciate. I really, really appreciate those kind of things. Feel like it's one-on-one trading session. It kind of is right now. I mean, the channel hasn't really gotten very big. We do have 3 viewers, so for all you guys, if you guys don't mind liking and subscribing, that would really help the channel grow. It kind of is a one-on-one trading session, and we've only been doing this for about 10 days, but I do live every day at 7:30. We'll be building up the channel over the next few months. Yeah, it will grow. I've done a lot of other like digital entrepreneurship and marketing in the past and stuff like that. And so I have a lot of experience in this sort of niche, if you will, just not necessarily related to stocks and futures and trading and stuff like that. That's where I've really been putting my focus the last few years after my accident, after I had to walk away from my businesses. So this to me is, I love it. Like I love being able to come back into the digital world and just build businesses online and help people. So we did get that bounce. I probably should have held that trade. But like I said, I'm trying to be safe. Take a long here. Okay, so we've got 3 cyan candles on the TTM. This is indicating for another bullish movement up. And of course, I keep saying that as we're getting these red candles. But we've got the 9 here. That's this yellow. And it's directly above so there's a 9 EMA directly above the 12 EMA, crossing over the 26 SMA. The SMA is a simple moving average. The other ones are exponential moving averages. And that was just a very quick cross and then just cross right back under. So I don't like that. I'm gonna flat this position. Lost $100 there, but this looks to me like it's gonna flip over. Pull this out. Kind of trading sideways now from these highs. And that resistance line that we put in there, that's actually been pretty solid. So at our highest point today, we were up 425. We've lost a good portion of that. Still green on the day, 150. We're not going to go red on the day, though. That I can assure you. Because we're going to be patient, take our time. And I'm going to go back to the 1 tick method. I don't want this on 3 ticks. Okay, there's 25 back. I think I'm gonna stick with the 1 tick. It's appealing to try and go for like 3 ticks because basically you're getting 3 trades in one at that point. But at the same time, you know, I want to be safe. Yes, exactly. Patience, exactly. You see a drop coming? Yeah. Oh, I meant a drop in the ES when I was mentioning that, and I was right for this little moment here, but you know, clearly I was wrong in this direction. So right up near these highs, we've got this big sort of ABCD pattern happening here. Another 25 back. Gonna get a test of these highs, I think. I got filled 1 tick higher than I wanted to. Okay, made 50 on that one, 2 ticks. Trading futures, like trading the ES, is quite a bit slower. If we switch over to the NQ has been ripping all day. Wow, look at that. Bam. But if we switch over to the NQ and watch the price action here, you can see like how much more movement this one gets. And this one's also getting a little bit of a boost on the TTM, but it doesn't look completely solid yet. It is the 9, 12, 35, 26 setup. That's a mouthful. So we just made 60 on the NQ. I like the NQ for like its volatility, but I actually like the ES for its almost lack of volatility, if you will, because it's got enough movement to make money, but it's not so much to where you're just like it can wildly go against you so bad. Allows you to manage the trade better, I think. There's another 50 back on that, so we're up 300 again. So the ES, I've been really enjoying trading the ES because of how lack of volatility it has, I guess, if you will, the price movement is more predictable. And if the trade starts to go against me, it's easy enough to get out of it really quickly. Whereas like if the NQ goes against me or something like that, all of a sudden I'm down $400 or $500, sometimes $700 or $800, or even one time I was down $1,500 in a matter of like 6 seconds. So it can go crazy on the NQ. So the ES I really like because of that predictability in its price movement. Okay, getting a pullback. It'd be interesting to see if it bounces off of this what was once resistance, and if it bounces off of like the 9 here. It'll be really interesting to see because we've got like a double top here at the highs, and it'll just be really interesting because if it breaks above that, then we're going to be getting a new high. And we make it another run based off that. Need another long position. I think that might have been a little late though. Still got 25 out of it. So we're up 325 now on the day. How's the music, by the way? Is the music too loud, or like how's the volume? I've been really trying to just dial in as many settings as I can. It was crazy volatile when I tried. Yeah. What did you, Tiny? When you were trading, were you trading the ES or the NQ? Ah. Come on. Okay, another 25 back. I gotta get a better way to like manage like comments and things like that. Oh, you can't hear the music? ES mostly. Okay. Interesting. I thought that the music would be playing. Sharing the system. Oh, I see what's happening. It happens every time I get rid of my screen. That's weird. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, maybe it's maybe the lack of volatility has to do with the month, um but I think that just the strat that I'm approaching I think would work even if it was highly volatile. But the real key is, can you get out of trades quickly if they go bad on you? You know, that's the biggest thing. Getting a new high here in the ES. I need to remove this track. It's kind of stressful. All right, so we just made 50 on that. We're up at 425 on the day. ES making new highs. Definitely looking very bullish. This track is stressful. I'm gonna swap this. Woo! Shake that off. Ugh. Ugh. So it'll be really interesting to see how the FOMC meeting affects the market. I think it'll affect the market positively. At least I'm hoping so. But even if it's negative, like I said earlier, I think that we need a recession. We absolutely need a housing crash of some kind, because houses are just ridiculous. The affordable housing and all that type of stuff is just it's very, very challenging for most people to get to that point. So, all right, just made another 50. We're up 475 on the day. We're doing pretty well with this new strategy. I really like it. It could just be that the ES is just running, but I think that there's real value, real merit here with this strategy. TCM's going nuts. Wow, look at that rip. Oh my gosh. Why wasn't I in there for like 10 ticks? Try and grab a pullback here. No, we're not going to get that. Let's try and join the bid. Oh, okay, we're in. Accidentally flattened it. Like I had already pushed the button. But we only lost 25 bucks on that. So look at that rip. That was a huge candle. Yeah, the housing market is always lopsided, it seems. Getting more push up. Oh, this track's pretty dope. Okay, back up to that 475 mark. Probably should have kept a higher amount on that, but just going for this this one tick thing, because every time I try to do it more, it doesn't work out. Okay, 500 on the day, and I think $500 a day. Like if this was a real futures account, this is my paper trading account. $500 a day. I mean, that's plenty a week. $2,500 a week. That should be a pretty good, healthy income. So I'm definitely gonna redo my evaluation and apply this strategy to it, because I think that we could be consistently more profitable here with less risk, and it's that less risk that I'm really interested in. Okay, so we're getting this a pullback here. And another 25 going short. And I wouldn't recommend doing what I just did, going short, trading against the market, unless you actually know you're just going to get in, get out right away. Because obviously the trend is bullish. So, and I bet the music just stopped for you, huh? You can paper trade with you. Oh, your internet was down? Oh man, that's why you're on your phone? Yeah, man. Paper trade with me. All right. So let's come back down a little bit. Gonna go short. There's another 25 back. Another 25. Okay, we're up at 575 now. Okay, so that's two reds. I'm gonna hang back a little bit. May get some shorts covering. Nope, continuing to go down. Tiny, you mentioned about this feels like a one-on-one trading, and that's super cool. Tell me if that's something that you would actually be interested in. I wouldn't be charging for it. But I was considering doing like sort of like a almost like a round table trading, where it's like, me and a couple other traders, and we just kind of maybe all trade together on video potentially, and it doesn't have to be even streamed or anything like that, or even recorded, uh, but just something for fun, really, just to help develop community. Okay, so we have this flag right now. It looks like we may bounce off this. Hesitant to choose a direction yet, though. Anytime there's a flag, my philosophy on flags is that there are no bull flags, there are no bear flags, there are only flags, because I've seen bear flags go bullish and I've seen bullish flags go bearish. So, in my opinion, there are no there are no bull and bear flags. There are simply flags that tell us that there's going to be a momentum movement that is about to happen, and this looks like a momentum movement is about to happen, especially with all this volume that pushed us up to these highs, and then now the volume is kind of pulling back some. So I think that we're more likely to get a momentum shift here. Whether that momentum is up or down, I don't know, but you can see how much smaller the volume candle is than these ones, and people got to be covering, shorting, or buying. So that one of the two, obviously. But my point is that there's this much volume, whereas 7100 and like 5100, etc., and then we're all the way down at like 1700. So I those shares have to go somewhere, or those contracts rather, and it looks like there might be going a little bit to the downside potentially. Check another 25, so we're up 600 on the day. If we do flip over, we got a lot of room to head back towards the VWAP. And this did have, so there was the break through the VWAP, then the pull back to the VWAP, then the VWAP bounce. So then we hit this high, came back down, bounced out the EMA. So that's one move, one big solid move here. Then number 2 move, and then this is the number 3 move. And in some of my other videos that I've talked about, I typically try not to take trades past the 3rd move. It's a little bit different since I'm scalping in futures. So if I was trading in my cash account and stocks, I wouldn't be taking positions here. But this is different because I'm in futures, so I've got the ability to continue to trade. And we're getting a further pull down. There's another. Wow, we actually got like 75 on that. Okay, so we're at 675. So there's that flag, and here's that momentum that I was talking about. So we are getting a momentum movement. It just happens to be the downside, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I believe that flags are a thing. I just don't believe if they're bullish or bearish. I don't trust it in either direction. I stopped trading flags a long time ago for that very reason, because a lot of the times I would pick a flag and then, it'd be like, oh, this is a bull flag, it's going to go up. And then it would just go against me. So I stopped trading flags some time ago. Take a quick short. May regret this, especially after that many red candles. Yeah, I'm going to flat that. Lost 50 on that. Still up 625 on the day. They can be manipulated. Let's see. You're up 625 on a scalp? Or 6250. I see. Sorry. Brain injury hitting me. I wonder if I can just share. Oh, no, I can only share one screen at a time. That's annoying. Um, you spent years trying to count the moves, but still working on it. Yeah, a lot of the moves are manipulated, and I think that like I've almost gotten to a point to where I'm like anticipating the manipulation, um, and like, and you're right. Like, I think that they kind of prey on the idea that retail traders are looking at those flags and being like, yeah, um, with my stocks, I switched to a momentum trade type system, and it's been incredibly effective. My accuracy is like almost 80% with that. It's like 77%. And it's really annoyed me that I haven't been able to hit 80%. Like I did like for like 1 month. I think I hit 82.5% on 1 month, but the rest of the time it's always been around 77%, which is awesome. I mean, that's a great accuracy rate. Uh, you know, for me, one of the biggest challenges that I had was cutting losses quickly. But since I started switching over to futures about 3 months ago, 2 months ago, it's been easier to cut my stock losses. Uh, like I think futures really helped me just kind of like be like, all right, well, it's going against us. Just if I lose $10 or $5 or whatever, it's better than losing 100. So okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles in a row. Let's see what this is looking like in the 5-day or the 5-minute chart. I think we need another period of consolidation here if we're going to continue to move up. But the truth of the matter is, I think that we actually need a pullback here toward the VWAP. And the VWAP's come up quite a bit from the initial movement, which is a good thing. Because if the VWAP's moving up, then let's say it gets up to like here or something like that, and this stock falls, or this the ES falls down to about here, then we could ride and consolidate around the VWAP. Take a quick short here. All right, that's another 25 back. So we're up at 650 now. It's kind of at like kind of a crucial point here. So you can see we've got the 26 about to run into the 9 and the 12. The 9 is on the down and the 12 is on the up. So that indicates bearish movement. TTM is also indicating bearish movement as well. And the 26 above the 35 also indicating a downward movement. Who knows if the indicators are right, but for a lot of the time that they are correct. I'm not going to say every time. With futures, they're less accurate than they are with stocks, but they've been accurate enough to use them to be helpful. It's kind of a doji right here. Come on. Kind of betting on it going downward. But with that doji at the bottom of this, I'm a little bit sketchy about this thing going down. Yeah, I'm going to cut that. I think we lost $100 on that, or maybe it was 75. So, one thing I noticed a long time ago is that if there's a doji at the bottom of a drop like this, it can indicate upward movement. Which it did get a little bounce right there. I don't know if that's going to continue, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. But also after 3 movements upward, it's questionable whether or not it's going to continue to rip. Right now, it looks undecided. Okay, made 25 back, up at 650 or 550. Sorry. I'm really happy with this strategy. It does seem, yeah, nothing's a guarantee. View up pullback seems far away. Yeah, I agree. It seems really far away. I gotta find a better way to manage comments to where I don't have to like jump back to the stream because I think that the music cuts in or cuts out, I should say, when I jump back to the stream like that. And also too, it just doesn't look as clean as I want it to look. So I gotta find a better way to manage comments. I was doing it on my iPad a little bit, but with the visual impairment, it's kind of hard to read the comments, like, or read the chat. Oof. Come on. We got that like bottom of the flag bounce, and then like it took a little long here, and it's going against me. Lost 125 on that one. Down at 450. Well, that's kind of just how it goes, man. Like, you saw that we were up at 425, then we went down to 150. We went up to 650. Now we're down at 450. I don't intend to lose any more than this, so I'm gonna take it easy. Wait for a really obvious trade, and then we'll take that one. But the volume kind of slowed up a little bit from what it was. Yeah, it's 25. I'm at 475 again. Got a little ways to go in order to get back to 650. We've traded 88 contracts so far. So that's 44 trades at 2 contracts apiece. This does still look like it's going to end up going downward. The 26 is getting closer and closer to the 912, but the 912 are still in bullish. The TTM is in bearish, so it's kind of in a indeterminate place right now. So they take fees into consideration. Yes, they do. That is actually one thing I really like about it is that fees are included in the trading on Elite Trader funding. So, for example, if I'm taking the 2 contracts to the NQ, then I know that I'm going to pay about $8.52 in fees. So if it goes up 1 tick and you make $10, $8.52 is going to come out of that stream and make $1.48. But if you make $100, they're going to take $8.52 out of that. You're going to make $91.48. So they do include that. It's hard keeping track of that. I hate when it. Yeah. It definitely, I mean, it can be annoying. Like, I try my best to acknowledge everybody. Obviously it's easy because it's just like, you're the only one in chat right now. But I just mean like the ability of like not have to jump back and forth between windows. I may need to get another monitor or something like that. Getting a pullback here. I may need to get another monitor in order to make it a little easier to manage comments, but whatever the case is, I just want to make this be a fun experience for everybody as much as I possibly can. Because my hope here, that trade went against us pretty bad. up 375. Oh, of course, it just drops down the moment I cut it. So typical. The music stopped. I need to make a longer playlist. Congrats, Tiny. You get to see me very slowly build up my systems for my stream. Like, just very slowly be like, okay, we need to continue building our playlists. We need to find a way to manage our comments, all this stuff. I'm sure you'll see me over the next few weeks and maybe even months, figuring new stuff out about the stream and all that. Okay, we did get that push down. I should have got a better position on that. Okay, up 425 on the day. The other thing too is that if we get to 1,000 subscribers, we can start accepting donations too, which would really help the channel grow a lot. Looking for more push down, but I may not get it. I think okay, I just ended up flat on that one. Actually, I did get the push down, but I ended up flat on that one. I saw an opportunity to get out, and I didn't want to. Okay, so the 50 here, this is a really important spot. So if it bounces off the 50, we may get continued bullish action. If it doesn't bounce off the 50, then we may go bearish in our pattern. So we're definitely dropping below it. We'll have to wait until the next candle, which is in 10 seconds. I'll take a quick short here. It's on a 25 back. Another 25, up 475 on the day. I think that we're switching over to bearish. So the 26-12 crossover is the gap got kind of wide. So this does indicate that bearish momentum. TTM is indicating bearish, and we drop below the 50. We're not completely dropped below the 50 yet. Even though you can see it coming back up and testing that 50. If it rejects here at the 50, that's going to really indicate that bearish momentum switching over. I should say at least pull back towards the view up. I don't want to indicate completely bearish, because technically that's still a bullish, still in bullish movement, but you know what I mean. A large pullback. Should we get a new candle here? See some shorts covering. TTM going yellow at the moment, which indicates a reversal. But gonna hang back a minute. Right at that 50, right at that support and resistance line, with TTM in potential reversal status. I'm hesitant to go long or short here. Took a quick short, brought us back up to 500. Up at 525 now. Okay, watch for some shorts covering. Ooh. was hoping for a little bit more conviction on that downward move. There we go. We got the trade and up at 550 now. All right. Okay. Yeah. I hope it goes for you, man. It's reversal time for the market around this time of the day. Yeah, I agree. Um, that's typically what I see. Like I see like a kind of a flipping over or reversal change usually between 7:30 and 8:30. Um, so that's what I'm seeing. Got in short. Got in short scalp green 1250 so far. Nice. Or 11250. That's awesome, dude. This is where I usually start getting killed because I overtrade a bit. Um, okay, so if that's like what you know is your crux there, like if you know that you're overtrading a bit, then stand back and be patient for a little bit. Just take some time to like kind of step away, have a breath, get some water or some tea. I had a real issue with overtrading for a long time, and that was what I started doing. Is that anytime that felt like I may start overtrading, I would actually like take a deep breath, stand up, stretch, and sometimes go grab some water or make some tea. And that was really, really helpful for me in order to sort of reassess. Because, like you said earlier, Tiny, patience, patience. It's really, really important. So, uh, I'm just gonna catch up a little bit on this here. I missed a lot of these. Do they take fees into consideration? We already talked about that. Fees killed your attempts as well. They said I hit my drawdown on Top Step. Yeah, that the fees do go against your drawdown, but they're very obvious, which I really like. Um, that's awesome, dude. Help with chat. That's great. Be awesome. Uh, get up around. get Get up and get away from the screen. Yes. Do I know when the Fed meeting is? It's at 11:30 or 11, I think, our time. So that's when the Fed meeting is. Okay, so did kind of reverse a little bit. Okay, made another 25, up 600 on the day. I think our highest point, we were up 675 on the day. We're getting a possible crossover. I love that little indicator right there. And if we do that, we got back above the 50. So we did get a bounce there at that 50 again. That 50's been an awesome support level today. Making a rejection here of the 26, but you know, we're close. There we go. Got another 25, so we're up 625 on the day. Seeing that actually looks really nice right there. Up 650 now. I meant to get that a tick lower. may cut it because I want to. It's up 675 now, so that's where we peaked at the day so far. I wonder if we can hit 700. There we go. There's 700 on the day. Boom! Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. 700. 700. What if you did that 5 days a week? $3,500. What if you did that 52 weeks a year? 182 grand. Boom. That's a whole income. That's awesome. All right. Man, this is a great looking day on the ES. Look at this. We got that pullback right to the support level, actually, which is a great little level, and that bounce off that 50. Does look like we're switching back into a bullish momentum. Got the possible crossover up here. Not a crossover yet, but the TTM looks good. We had that pullback here, and we're stepping back into the cyan area. Cyan territory, I should say. But this is looking pretty strong. Does kind of seem like buyers are in control today, which is great. Up 725. We got that doji here kind of at the top of this move, so gonna hang back for a second. But with that, I'll probably actually shut it down here. We've been streaming for about an hour, which is about how long we want to stream. We're probably also going to be adding in some additional streams throughout the day, but we're not quite there yet. I'm still kind of mapping those out and planning those out with my family, and I want to make sure that I'm there for them. That's kind of the number one thing for me. Yeah, this strategy is working out really well, and I'm excited to take it into an evaluation and see how we can cut our teeth with that and see if we can make that work in an evaluation. This has been a really, really solid strategy since I kind of discovered it, I would say, yesterday, and have just been building off of that. 700 pay, yeah, dude. 700 pays my rent. That's where are you getting $700 rent? That's crazy, man. $700 rent. That's nuts. Just checking out. Yeah, hugging that 50 tightly. That was a pretty good indicator, honestly, as support. So all right, we got a couple people watching. For everyone who's watching, please like, please subscribe, and please ring the bell for the notifications. Those three things, those three actions, they really, 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 truly help this channel grow. Makes it grow much, much faster than you might think. And if you guys want to also try to earn your own funding, check out Elite Trader Funding. There's a link in the description. And lastly, if you want to donate to the channel or sign up for our email list, all those links are in the description, as well as Webull, if you guys sign up for that. And if you're interested in trading stocks, options, or crypto, Webull does it all, and you'll get 6 free stocks when you sign up and fund your account. Yeah, family comes first out in Okanagan. Yeah, I can see Okanagan being a little bit more on the depressed side of things. Yes, help the channel grow. Yeah, Okanagan's nice though. I love Okanagan area, especially the hot springs out there. Not a ton of people. Yeah, exactly. It'd be interesting to see if, like, in like 30 years or something like that, Okanagan's like a big city. It's like a lot of places around Seattle were tiny little places when I was a kid. Now they're like big bustling cities. So yes, it is hot. Very hot up in the PNW. It's hot everywhere though right now. So all right. Well, Tiny, thank you so much for hanging out. I love and appreciate you. Anybody else who was here, love and appreciate you guys. You guys mean the world to me. Growing this channel means a lot to me and my family, and just to help create a community around this. My hope here is that we can make a lot of people profitable and able to earn a full-time income from their trading. So, all right, guys, and also entrepreneurship too, because I've been an entrepreneur for like 15 years, so got a pretty hefty amount of experience in that realm, and we'll definitely be talking more about that as the weeks go by. So, all right, well, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. We're gonna shut it down now, and yeah, check out all the links in the description. And thank you again. Bye for now. Peace out, Tiny.